Hello and welcome to The Divide, and on this episode we are going over the Dev Q&A number 2 for Season 1. This Dev Q&A is going over some of the balance changes that are going to be happening in Season 1 and what we can expect for those sort of changes going into the new season. So we'll start here. Sponsor updates. Overall, we are super happy with where our sponsor balance landed for our launch season. All sponsors are viable picks and no win rate is too far out of whack. I think that's good to know. That being said, we wanted to bring down the power of our best performers slightly and buff the underperformers to shake up Season 1's meta. We've particularly focused on adjusting our trap abilities, which have significant map control gains for low investment. Let's dive into all the changes. So it looks like we're hitting the nerfs first. So Riker Industry, Hall Mine prices increase from 200 to 250. Arc Sentry prices increase from 200 to 300. Over the past few months, Riker has proved itself to be premier pick for intel gathering control space. We aren't taking away its ability to lock down a site with utility, but making it more costly strategy, which should pull some pressure on Riker's weapons and armor power if they want to fully lean into control of the role everywhere. Yeah, it was kind of insane, especially like the turret is just, you can avoid it, but you can't really avoid it. Morgan United, Hidden Grass price increase from 200 to 300. Once again, they are just adjusting sort of traps that you can put down and get free intel on, just making them more expensive, so you have to maybe sacrifice something else on those save rounds if you want that free intel. Pinnacle International, Splinter Grenade max charge reduced from 2 to 1. That's nice. And Splinter Grenade recharge time reduced from 75 seconds to 45 seconds. Okay, so you get one more often, but you can only use one. You don't have two. Buffs. Umbral Reconnaissance. Recon wing radius increased from 7 meters to 8.5 meters. And glare burst width increased from 4 meters to 5 meters. So increasing how far the glare burst can actually activate. And then con wing radius, so basically just more intel. Ghostlink Collective, dupe cost decreased from 250 to 200. Partition duration increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. That's nice, the wall stays up a little bit more. And you can use, I guess, more dupes for cheaper. Although this is really only going to be a factor in like save rounds or mid rounds. Once you get a good eco going, it won't make too much of a difference. Robotics, Hyperdome increased from 150 to 300, so doubling the health of it, which is nice because now it acts more like a shield and less like a little bubble, because before it would take like 2 shots and then if you got headshot you were dead. Dazzler covers more of the screen but can now be turned away from, so I guess it's just a darker flash, but now you can look away like you can do with most of the all of the other flashes. Vector Dynamics, dual amp fire rate buff increase from 15% to 20%. Good, because it did do something, it just didn't feel like it did that much. Vector wall height increased from 3.5 to 4.5 meters, trying to catch or block some of those higher up angles. Someone gets on top of something, this should help with still blocking their sight. And a vector wall width increased from 6 meters to 7 meters. So overall, it's blocking more as it's going forward. Bloom Technologies, all is well in the hive. That's good to know. Communication update. Another Flashpoint announcement we shared, it was a number of improvements are coming to our in-game communication system. Similar to the sponsor updates, there was much speculation on what this would look like in practice. Let's cover a few different aspects of what we've been working on here. Okay, gameplay chatter. While the game feels exciting and dynamic in gunfights, it could sometimes feel empty outside of those moments, especially if teams weren't on voice comms. We've added a number of new situational voice lines that you'll hear outside of combat to liven up the gameplay space. Okay, so we can have conversations between the characters depending on what sponsor you've selected. That could be cool. Characters can now make callouts automatically when spotting enemies, getting kills, or fully eliminating enemy. Additionally, automated voice callouts will identify enemy sponsors, so you'll more easily and more often know what sponsor you're up against. I guess you already have the information on the scoreboard, so it's not like it's adding something new, some new info that it wasn't there before. Just before you'd have to look for it, and now it'll just tell you. We've also added callouts for other key moments in the match, such as last player live and the round timer running low. These changes should give you a better sense of what's happening around the map without your teammates having verbally say what you're doing at all times. We hope this is particularly useful for teams playing without voice comms enabled. Don't worry, we've put cooldowns in place to ensure players aren't getting spammed with voice lines from teammates. Yeah, because if you have all three up and everyone's just saying out whatever they see, that wouldn't be a fun time, but this is nice. Building on our desire to add more nonverbal communication options, we've expanded on ping to be more dynamic and useful. Ping an enemy's arc sentry to remind your teammates that they need to avoid getting detected. Ping your own patches to encourage your teammates to run over for some healing. Ping a weapon on the ground to call dibs. Ping a teammate's ping to let them know the message was received loud and clear. Was that not a thing before? I mean, I guess not if it's in this patch, but we're excited about these changes and we'll be continuing to look for more opportunities to improve player communication in future sessions. Thanks for reading and making sure you share more of your questions with us for the future weeks. We'll hope to see you in the new and improved Breakwater very soon. Bop and swap. All right, so yeah, there's the Q&A. Some changes, mostly just to the price of gadgets, and then increasing areas where it's needed. Nothing massive, which is nice. That's it for Dev Q&A number 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to follow up on all Spectre news, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.